Hello, everyone. We're going to be doing a chakra reading on the sign of Taurus for the year 2025. So this reading will apply to the whole year. And the chakra system is it's an energetic system. It's how we take in energy from our environment. Is based on um, this sort of blueprint of energy that sits sort of within our etheric plane. It's almost um, like an electrical station, or where the like where all the power comes into the grid, right? And then it gets distributed, and part of that distribution of the power within the grid of yourself is the energy that you can take in from your chakras. And so there's psychological aspects of the chakras. There are physical aspects of the chakras. All the chakras are associated with a gland. So, all right. So we're going to be looking at, we're going to start with the root chakra. The root chakra is located, like actually, if you're sitting in a chair, you're sort of sitting on the root chakra. And so it deals with our sense of security. It deals with our sense of connection to the earth, connection to our ancestors. Now, Taurus, as an fixed earth sign, is pretty generally connected to that part of themselves. As an earth sign, as a fixed earth sign, you have come in to plant your flag of manifestation, right, on this planet. And so the root chakra is especially an interesting place to look for Taurus. So let's pull a card. I've shuffled the cards, and we have rhodonite. Rhodonite. Now, interestingly enough, this is the state crystal mineral, I guess, the state mineral of Massachusetts, rhodonite. So it has a special place in my heart. But if you happen to be a Taurus who's watching this that lives in Massachusetts, this might even be more apt for you. But besides that, it's about our abilities. It's about our talents and abilities. What are we good at, right? What are we good at? And what do we enjoy doing? Like, it can't just be, oh, I'm really good at that and I hate doing it. If you're really good at something, you have a love for it, right? Because you are willing to put the energy in. Now, sometimes you can see beyond, like, if I'm not really happy about doing what I'm doing here, but I can see the at the end of a prescribed amount of time, I can see how this is going to benefit me, and I enjoy the fact that I'll have more to enjoy in the future. Like, it could work like that as well. But usually you guys are very connected to this. And so you understand what you're good at. And that's what you need to base this year on. You need to base this year on what you're good at, what you um, not only enjoy doing, but that you're good at. So that's going to bring a lot of stability to a sign that, quite frankly, has always been like the stalwart sign. Taurus, you can always depend on them. But Uranus has been in Taurus for like 6 years, or a little more than 6 years. And next year, it moves into Gemini. Well, this year, 2025, sorry, I'm doing this in 2025. 2025, it moves into Gemini. And I think it goes back into Taurus again. I should probably check that. Hold on. I don't want to give you the wrong information. So Uranus, right, moves out of Taurus for the first time next year. This year, 2025. Sorry, keep doing that. Moves into Gemini 7/7/2025. Goes in a little bit, turns retrograde, and then moves back into Taurus 9/9. So it spends from 7/7 to 9/9. You can't make this stuff up, right? In Gemini, that period of time, July to November. So that'd be July, August, September. So 4 months, that period of 4 months next year is going to be a taste of what Uranus and Gemini is going to be about. And Uranus and Gemini doesn't come back into Gemini, but then it stays there until 2026. I believe it's let's see, 227 of 2025. So I'll be doing videos on the numbers and all that stuff. We'll have a better idea, I think. So anyway, so Rhodonite, stand on your talents. It's been hard for the Taurus because you've been shook to your very foundations, but it got rid of all the like things that you didn't really need around you, but you do keep your foundation. But sometimes it's hard to, letting go is not not a Taurus thing. And I have a Venus in Taurus, so I know. All right. All right. Let's see what your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra for Taurus for 2025. Now, the sacral chakra is the water chakra. It's the chakra associated with our feelings, our relationships, our creativity. Mostly our creativity on the physical plane, that which we can create here. And to have a strong sacral chakra is actually a very powerful thing because it's the furnace, energetic furnace. And so the only problem, because of its watery nature, it can tend to, people can draw from that. And it's fine as long as you know that that's happening. If it's okay with you, then, we have relationships that we have to nurture, and we kind of nurture from that place in the heart. Those are the two places we nurture from, right? So the stronger the boundaries are on this, which sounds kind of like, I said you can give from this place, but the boundaries, so you need to have healthy boundaries here. I guess that's what I want to say, right? If you have too many boundaries here, you don't allow yourself the pleasure of that center. And if you don't have enough, then people can take advantage of that center in a way. Like it's very attractive to people, that chakra, because it holds like this emotion and this feeling and this nurturance. Okay. All right. So let's see what is up. Ooh, you're gonna like this, Taurus. Garnet. Garnet. Prosperity. Look at you, Taurus. Could you be happier? Could you be happier? Prosperity. It is an earth element card, and the card in the root chakra, Rhodonite, is a fire element. It's a fire. So this is creativity, right? This is the stuff that you make. And then this is about prosperity. Garnet is a protective stone. It is a discerning stone. It's not closed off in a way that this kind of stone could be. It understands the parameters of things. And so it feels like, actually, Taurus, that you're real healthy in this chakra this year. You know where your boundaries are, and you need to also be generous from this place. And so, and I find myself that Tauruses are very generous, and but they won't. they have to make sure their needs are met first. And that's really the lesson of Taurus. So I mean, that's the way it is. And so if you're doing that, then you're being true to yourself. I think one of the things that astrology especially helps people do is really come to an acceptance of who they are. Um, because, I was born a Cancer with a Pisces moon, and although I have to say I had a lovely life, my life has been blessed beyond measure, but let me tell you that having that sensitivity coming in is like, whoo. So anyway, I don't know what the point was. Your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is the place of your will, your personal will. And so what card came up is lepidolite, acceptance. And the first thing that came to mind when I saw this, and lepidolite has a lot of lithium in it. And so it's a good stone if you have like insomnia or you're having trouble sleeping. It's a really good stone to have near your bed, under your pillow, whatever, because it has those high lithium levels. And you're getting the energy, it vibrates that way. And if you're vibrating, one of the things that, as we move into the Aquarian age, that we're going to become more sensitive to vibrations like Pluto and Aquarius. We're going to, a lot of the things that sort of kept us from vibing really were these like mental constructs that said it was wrong to vibe, or it was wrong to expand into your consciousness, right? Um, this is says to me that your solar plexus is getting what you want, your will. It's a fire. It's like when somebody has a strong somebody when somebody has a strong solar plexus and they walk into the room, you'll usually like you'll cover your own solar plexus, right? Like, so that's why body language is like so valuable. Watching, like, not so much even, well, I mean, you can watch what the person's doing, but if you watch how people are reacting, I think that's the real test. But I think that you have to just accept what you can change and what you can't change, and then just work on the stuff that you can change. You certainly have the power and the connection and the passion, but you can't want to control everything. So that's what this card says. You can't want to control everything. All right. Let's see the heart. Let's see the heart for Taurus. Now, of course, the heart chakra is connected to the energy of love. On the tree of life, it is in the yellow Sephiroth right in the middle. The heart, the mediator, the place where Christ consciousness is, if you could say that. It's the vibration of Christ consciousness. It's the connections to Christ consciousness. Selenite, higher self. Selenite. So I love selenite. I had a very profound healing with selenite. I was going through probably one of the hardest times in my life, um, where I had to really have faith. And I had a friend who did these healings with these giant selenite slabs. She's an artist. She's a Scorpio. She's like unbelievable. Sometimes I wear a selenite crystal around my neck. It's about this long. A lot of people comment on it when I wear it. I'll usually wear it when I'm doing cancer or something like that, the tarot scopes. But she did this thing with the sitting on the selenite, and then she had a selenite like pyramid thing that she would twirl or she had a thing, and then she would do these. I mean, it was amazing. And she just happened to come to the office. Like, I don't even remember why she came to the office. And she said, "You need this." And she sat me down in a chair in my office and did it. And my whole life changed after that. Like it shifted because I was always so used to having to handle everything on my own that, or what I perceived as that way. Like that was my perception, right? It might not have been my reality. I've always had a lot of help. Um, but I let go of it. I let go of my need to hold a vision together that, I don't know, that like maybe not everybody in the room had, right? So sometimes that happens, right? And this selenite energy, like, like it felt like angelic help, like angelic healing. And this is in your heart chakra. So I'm only telling you my experience with selenite, but this is your heart chakra. So any brokenness, any brokenheartedness, any sense of maybe even exhaustion that you've had because you had to be so strong during this very, difficult period with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is never easy, and it's probably hardest for Taurus because they're so fixed. And that's true of our society as well. We're in that place again. And so this opens you up to like sort of help from higher frequencies. And so you are not alone. You are not alone. You do not have to control everything and know everything that's going to happen. You have to accept what you can't change. And when you do that, you unburden yourself and you allow the angels to come in and help you. Higher self. Jeez, that was powerful. I'm going to try to get like grids together for you guys. So as part of this reading, I just don't always have all the crystals that come up. All right, like this crystal. But I could put the card, and the card's good enough. If you don't actually have the crystal, you just get a picture of it or write it down, or, just there's energy in everything. So this is your throat chakra. This is the place of, first of all, the element in the throat is sound, vibration. So this is how you vibrate out. Now, the interesting thing about the throat chakra is that the throat in astrology is Taurus. Most Tauruses I know have issues with their thyroid. One of my oldest and dearest friends had a hyperthyroid, and my mother, who gave birth to me, Illuminata, she has like low thyroid, so she has to be on a thyroid pill. So Taurus is always a neck thing. And a lot of times Tauruses like to wear scarves too. Like it makes them feel more, um, well, I think it looks great. If it's a nice scarf. Uh, I always kind of see like the Taurus as the like opera sing, like the robust opera singer who's like me, and then just spraying the stuff, right? Like that's how sometimes I see Taurus. Um, so the throat is how we express ourselves. You have a crystal called Numite. Numite. Now, I don't know that much about Numite actually. Most of the other crystals I know, this is a new crystal in her Millennium deck, so I'm not that familiar. I've had these cards for years, her first edition and then her second edition. And this is a new one. So let me see if I can find the book. I'll be right back with that and see what it says. So I couldn't find the book. It's actually, I think, in the house. But I did look up the spiritual properties of Numite. Now, this is located in your throat. Your throat. And your throat is where you co-create with spirit. it's where divine will sits. And um, you can really only um, access divine will if you're willing to um, sort of put your personal will aside, right? It's about surrendering, right? Um, and so I feel as though there's this, it's called reunion, and I'll just tell you what I get from the card, and then I'll tell you this, what it says here on Google. Um, is that I feel like it's a reunion of you to a part of yourself, like a higher part of yourself. It's like a coming home, a reunion of you with your higher self, right? And, our consciousness continues out. We're here, and we're here to do a job. If anybody knows that, it's Taurus, right? But there is this sense of reunion with uh, uh, with spirit, really, in this place. So let me read to you what it says here about Numite. It says, Numite is a volcanic stone that is said to have many spiritual and metaphysical properties, including grounding. Numite is believed to ground the wearer, renewing vitality, facilitating journeys. So it looks like this would be a good crystal, especially if you are planning to go places this coming year in 2025. I mean, dispelling negativity. Well, you could probably use like a armor of that, right? Armor of Numite. Do they make outfits out of it? All right. Opening to spiritual communications, opening of the chakras, appreciating life cycles. Um, Numite is called the Philosopher's Stone in an ancient alchemist law, and is one of the oldest stones on Earth, formed about, wow, 3.8 billion years ago. So, yeah, this wisdom that's coming out of your mouth is well documented. Okay. Woo, that's powerful stuff. I'm gonna have to get myself some of that. I don't have any Numite. And my friend who was the crystal lady retired, so I'm gonna have to find myself some Numite. All right. So now we're looking at the third eye. And of course, the third eye is your sense of um, ability to see patterns. It's your intuition. Intuition. It's your intuition, but intuition is a little bit more of a gut. I feel like there's that Sagittarius energy is like the wild places. So there's a virility um, in that energy. But okay, anyway, third eye, seeing patterns, seeing patterns. Sodalite, the journey. So it looks like you're going on a journey. Good, bring your Numite. Um, so this is the third eye. This is visualization, right? This is the path. The third eye is located energetically on the tree of life between Baina, the black circle there, and the gray one, Hokmah, which is uh, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the path that connects it is the Empress path, right? Is the goddess, is Venus, actually. It's connected to Venus. So this is a place where we can imagine, right? Visualize. This is creative visualization. And so what this is saying is you need to creatively visualize what it is that you want to create, because it is all the energy is there to do it, right? All the energy is there, as long as you're willing to let it happen. Okay. All right. Lastly, but leastly. Oh dear. I'm making up words. You start making up words, right? Then you know that you're in the consciousness of people, right? Okay. Diamond, transcendence. Yikes. Yikes. Diamond. Wow, this is a powerful reading. Diamond is a storm card in this deck. It's about brilliance and focus. It's that sort of prismatic effect that you get from diamonds that is like nothing else, right? When you wear a diamond, like there's nothing sparkles like a diamond. All the other crystals, nothing like a diamond. So it's pretty intense that that's on your crown. And um I feel like you can really be a conduit. What's coming to me is that you could really be a conduit for higher vibrational energy. Like all of this Uranus and Taurus might have shook away anything that was impeding you from plugging into this new energy and manifesting through it. So it's really kind of exciting for you, Taurus. Wowza. It's going to feel good to have Uranus out of your sign, even just for a little while. You'll say, "Ooh, this feels different." And then it'll come back, right? And then it'll go, and then you won't see it for another 84 minus 7. So 77 years, I think. I don't have to worry about it. And unless you live really long and you are very young listening to me, you're not going to have to worry about it either. Mm. All right, Taurus, that's what I see. Wow, it's going to be wow, 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 wow. That's all I can say. These are powerful cards. Um, just, I don't know if I mentioned this, so I do want to say this about 2025. It is a 9 vibration, and 9s are about extracting meaning from your experiences and creating a seed of wisdom that you can plant in the 10, in the 1 year, which is 2026. In 2026, Saturn and Neptune are going to conjoin only once, I believe, at the first degree of Aries, which is at the start of the zodiac. It really is a new start. This year, you want to reap the harvest has been reaped. That happens in 2024, the 8 vibration, reaping. As you sow, so shall you reap. And so this last year is this 9 year of this cycle is the extracting the meaning from all the experience. And I think that, and I apologize for making this even a little bit political because it's not really what that's about. But Trump came in on he became inaugurated and became president. Not elected, but inaugurated in 2017, which was a 10-1 year. And when Barack Obama got elected, 2008 was a 10-1 year. So big changes come on those 10-1 years. And it sets for the rest, for the next bunch of years, the next 8 years, the 1 year and the 8 years, 9 years, and then it starts again, right? So this year is really about saying this is worth keeping, and this is what I'm going to let go of. This is what I have power to change something, and this is where I don't. I'll let go of that. Right? So it's this process of evaluating what you want to bring with you, right? Cleaning out your metaphysical, metaphorical closets next year, cleaning out all those little spaces, opening up the space, letting the air flow through, especially with Uranus in. Even for that little bit of moment, it's going to be like, opening all the windows and letting, how you do that on a beautiful day, you'll open all your windows and let the fresh air run through your house, right? It's oh my God, it's going to be so exciting, guys. It's going to be so amazing. And none of it's going to be easy. But we're going to be like, we have a fighting chance now. And it's not about fighting at all. It's about cooperating. So things are looking good. I'm telling you. I know everybody's nuts, but I mean, right when I'm doing this, it's right before the election. So maybe this is a good time to do these readings for 2025. So I'm only talking from the current administration of energy right now. It's crazy, but it's going to be fabulous. I'm telling you, it's going to be fabulous because you're going to be fabulous, and I'm going to be fabulous. We're all going to be fabulous. We're going to be our best selves, right? Just be your best self and see where it takes you. All right, guys. Have a great 2025. Much love. Namaste.